Have you ever wondered why some women seem to lose interest in you, even when you're a nice guy, or why they don't respect you the way you want? The truth is, women are incredibly perceptive. They can spot weakness from a mile away. And once they do, it's game over. If you've ever felt like women don't take you seriously, this video is for you. Today, I'm revealing 6 ways women see you as weak and how you can fix them before it's too late. 1. Lack of confidence, the invisible red flag. Alright, let's start with the big one, confidence, or rather, the lack of it. Now, confidence isn't about being the loudest person in the room or pretending to have all the answers. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. Women can sense when you're not. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, even the way you make eye contact. Here's a story to illustrate this. I once had a friend named Jake. Great guy, funny, kind, but he struggled with self-doubt. He kept second-guessing himself, especially when he was around women he liked. He'd say things like, "I'm not sure if she's into me," or "I don't think I'm good enough for her." And guess what? That lack of confidence showed. Women picked up on it, and it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. The lesson here? Confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about owning who you are. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? 2. You can't handle criticism. Nothing screams weakness louder than getting defensive or angry when someone criticizes you. If a woman points out a flaw, and you immediately react with frustration or excuses, she sees it as insecurity. Example, imagine she playfully says, "Wow, you really can't dance, huh?" A weak response would be getting offended, sulking, or trying too hard to prove her wrong. A strong response? Laughing it off and owning it. Confidence is about being secure enough to accept feedback without letting it shake your self-worth. Fix it. Instead of reacting emotionally, listen, evaluate, and improve. Being able to handle criticism shows emotional strength, and that's attractive. 3. You're too nice, the pushover. Now, this one might surprise you. Being too nice. Wait, what? Isn't being nice a good thing? Of course it is. But there's a difference between being kind and being a pushover. If you're constantly putting everyone else's needs above your own, women notice, and they might start to wonder, does this guy even have a backbone? Here's the thing. Women want a partner, not a doormat. They want someone who's kind, but also knows how to set boundaries. For example, if you're always saying yes to everything, even when it's inconvenient or unfair, it shows that you don't value yourself enough to say no, and that's a red flag. So practice setting boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to put yourself first sometimes. In fact, it's necessary. 4. Inconsistency, the mixed signals trap. Let's talk about inconsistency. This one's a biggie. Women are incredibly perceptive when it comes to patterns of behavior. If you're hot and cold, showing a lot of interest one day and disappearing the next, it sends a message that you're not reliable or that you're playing games. Here's a relatable example. Sarah, a woman I know, was dating a guy who would text her constantly for a week, then go radio silent for days. At first, she thought he was just busy, but over time, she realized it was a pattern. It made her feel unsure about where she stood, and eventually she lost interest. Why? Because inconsistency screams indecision, and indecision is often seen as a sign of weakness. The takeaway, if you're into someone, show up consistently. It doesn't mean you have to be available 24/7, but it does mean being clear about your intentions. 5. Seeking validation, the approval addiction. Next, we have seeking validation. This is when you're constantly looking for external approval to feel good about yourself. Women can sense when you're fishing for compliments or trying too hard to impress them, and it can come across as insecure. Here's an example. You're on a date, and instead of having a natural conversation, you keep dropping humble brags or asking questions like, "Do you think I'm funny?" That kind of behavior can be a turnoff because it shows you're not confident in your own worth. The solution? Focus on building self-esteem from within. When you're secure in yourself, you won't need constant validation from others. Last but not least, we have lack of boundaries. This is when you say yes to everything, even when it's at the expense of your own well-being. Women respect men who know their limits and aren't afraid to enforce them. Let me give you an example. You're in a relationship, and your partner keeps asking for favors that leave you drained. Instead of setting boundaries, you keep saying yes because you don't want to disappoint them. Over time, this can lead to burnout and make you seem weak because you're not prioritizing your own needs. The takeaway, it's okay to say no. Setting boundaries is a sign of self-respect, and it's essential for healthy relationships. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments which point resonated with you the most. Until next time, take care and keep growing.